Welcome, everybody, to the latest edition of The Bullpen with Adam the Bull, brought to you by Bet Rivers. If you're not using the Bet Rivers app, you're missing out. And on this Friday, I'm thrilled to be joined by Shaun King, Super Bowl quarterback, longtime NFL player, and now an NFL analyst, one of the best in the biz. Shaun, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, the bullpen getting a lot of work. If you're Browns fans, every time you look up, the manager's signaling, give me the righty, give me the lefty. I mean, what an offseason for the Browns as far as just information overload.
It has been wild. We were talking before we went on the air, and no matter how bad the Browns are, they are never short on stories. There's always something going on. And let's start with the biggest story, really, of the last few weeks. We haven't spoken to you since. Miles Garrett, on about at this point almost 3 weeks ago, gets traded to the Rams. Aaron Donald's talking about coming out of retirement to play with him. The Browns get Jared Verse, a good young player, good young pass rusher. Nobody's going to be Miles Garrett, but he's probably the best young player you could get to replace him, or one of the best. And they get a bunch of a first-round pick next year, a second-round pick the year after that, a third-round pick the year after that. So what did you think of this trade? And has your opinion changed from when it happened to now?
Well, I think it was forced. Player empowerment to the all-time high. I think once who was the D coordinator that the Browns didn't retain? As
Jim Schwartz.
I think once they decided not to make Jim Schwartz the head coach, Miles Garrett decided to no longer be a Cleveland Brown. And I get it. He's coming off of a defensive MVP, set the single-season sack record in Jim Schwartz's system. So he doesn't want to stay in Cleveland, potentially not win, and have to learn and adjust to a new system. Makes all the sense in the world. The only thing that troubles me with Cleveland is Jared Verse is about to get paid. So ultimately, you're not getting a lot of salary relief.
Yep.
Because Verse has been productive, and for whatever reason, the NFL pays the position more than just the player. Like if you're a top 10 pass rusher and your contract's up, you're going to get top 2 pass rusher money.
Yep.
So we'll see what they do with the draft picks. I don't dislike the trade, Bull, but I get worried when you're going to pay probably the same amount of money for a lesser player. Not that that's a negative to Jared Verse. I mean, we'll be saying this with every defensive end in the league when it comes to Miles Garrett. But we'll see. I think it takes a lot of pressure off of Cleveland to be good this year.
No doubt.
I think it really allows Todd Monken in his first year as a head coach to organically build and create the culture he wants long-term and not have to compromise for short-term results.
I think that all makes sense. I'm just curious your thoughts. I mean, from a Rams perspective, I mean, it seems to me this is an absolute home run. They're already a Super Bowl contender. They're not worried about the draft. They're trying to win now. Who knows how many years Stafford's got left? What do you think about it from the Rams' perspective?
I think they knew this on draft day, which is why they took Ty Simpson. I think they were just waiting for the June 1st date because of the salary implications.
Yeah.
And it made them able to take Ty Simpson because they knew they had this in their back pocket. We talk a lot about Sean McVay. Les Snead doesn't get nearly enough credit for the job he's did as general manager of the Rams. Not very many people could lose the core group they had when they won the Super Bowl and have rebuilt it to the point where they are perennial favorites and look loaded from a talent standpoint.
Right. And they never were bad. Like they were kind of, mediocre for a couple of years, but they never were terrible. They didn't bottom out. You're right. Snead's done a great job. Like he's traded all these draft picks, and yet he finds players in the mid rounds all the time. He's done an incredible job. It's a great organization. I want to obviously get to the Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson situation, but obviously this Brendan Sorsby thing has been a huge story. I'm curious what you think of him, and do you think the Browns should be involved?
100%, absolutely not.
I figured you were going to say that.
It's like if you're a recovering alcoholic, you can't go date a woman that drinks heavily. Like you can't put yourself in that environment. She might be a great person, but she's not probably going to be a great person for you.
Right.
Like Sorsby may turn into a great NFL quarterback, but I don't think he'll ever turn into even a good quarterback with Cleveland. Right. They're just not set up to handle that kind of adversity.
You-
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Last 2 years ago, when Cam Ward was the number 1 pick, and people looked at that draft and said, it's not really that good, but next year's going to be great. Nussmeier,
Yeah.
all these guys. A kid nobody talked about, Fernando Mendoza, ended up being the number 1 pick.
That's right.
Now, this year, everybody's like, it's not that great a draft, but next year's going to be great. Sorsby is just like all the rest of these guys, Levitt at LSU, Arch at Texas. They're talented, but they haven't consistently put great film out there.
Yeah.
So with Sorsby, you're really selecting a projection because he does have traits.
Okay.
He just doesn't have consistent performance. There are flashes, and then the flash goes away, it dims. There are flashes, then there's bad performances. And the thing with him is, in what world in 2026 where we're getting even more dependent upon the algorithms,
right?
Can Sorsby ever get a fair shot? Like, whatever team drafts him.
Yeah.
From his first snap, if he falls down, you know how
Oh, yeah.
Buddy had the butt fumble
Yep.
in New York? Who was that? Mark Sanchez?
Yes.
They're going to swear Sorsby throwing the game.
Yeah, it's fair. You're right.
If he throws a ball on 3rd and 6 in a triple coverage and gets picked, they're going to swear. I mean, I don't know how you operate under that kind of scrutiny, especially when you're not a refined prospect.
It's a fantastic point. It's really a good. I remember before the draft, you said to me that Ty Simpson, if he's going to have success, has to end up on a team where he don't have to play right away. And that's exactly what happened. He ends up with the Rams. Probably the best possible situation he could have ended up. Stafford's going to be the guy there for a minimum of a year, if not 2 or 3. And by the time they want to play Ty Simpson, most likely he will have had a lot of years under his belt learning under Stafford, or at the minimum 1. Is it the same thing with Sorsby here? Like, would he be good going to the Chiefs? Would he be good, I don't know, going to Cincinnati? Maybe not. That's not a great organization either. But, like, would he be if he do you want to see him go to a team that's got a sure thing quarterback, no doubt about it?
This is the ultimate risk reward.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, in the supplemental draft, wherever you take him, you void that pick in the upcoming draft.
That's right.
Meaning if you take him in the second, then your second-round pick is now not available. He got to go somewhere like that. Kansas City behind Mahomes. Philly probably is strong enough to have him sit behind Jalen Hurts.
What about Tampa?
I could see in some scenarios. The problem with Tampa is Baker is playing for an extension.
Yeah.
Bowles is playing for his job.
That's true. Good point. Yeah.
So they're not like in a position where everybody's got contracts. They're comfortable.
Right.
So they got their own internal stuff going. But here's the thing with him sitting. You're not going to know what you have.
Right. That's
like,
true.
He's a kid that needs to play. Like I said, my eval for him in college was Josh Allen at Wyoming. Like, everybody looks at the Josh Allen they see now.
Yeah, right.
When you eval the Wyoming film, it was like, yeah, he's talented, but.
Right.
So he could very easily be Josh Allen. He could very easily be Ryan Mallett. Like, he just.
Big difference.
Right.
Ryan Mallett.
And you just don't really know until he plays.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ty Simpson is a coach's son.
Yeah.
He's an X's and O guy. He's going to sit behind Stafford. He's going to get bigger, faster, stronger. That thin frame's going to put some weight, add some strength. I think when Stafford retires, he'll be ready. Sorsby's a kid that needs reps. He needs to play. Like, he's more athlete than great quarterback right now.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Let's talk about the Browns situation. All you can do is laugh, right? This whole, off-season, the OTAs, the mini camps, there's been a feeling that Deshaun Watson kind of had the job, which I didn't like, because I'm like, and I'm not like a huge believer in Shedeur Sanders, but to me, he's the only quarterback they have that has any upside, like any possibility of being the future quarterback. So I thought they should just play him. Now I feel that way even more so once you trade Miles Garrett. You said it. There's no pressure to win now. So why not play Shador Sanders? I don't understand playing Watson. Where are you on that right now?
So I have not watched a single snap of off-season Cleveland Browns film.
Lucky you.
But I do consume a lot
Yeah.
of the content locally.
Sure.
Your show, Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, Barbershop with Bush.
Yeah.
It sounds like, and this is the most disappointing narrative of the entire offseason, Deshaun Watson doesn't even look good in shorts.
No, you're right.
That's extremely disappointing.
Yeah.
That's extremely disappointing. I thought this was his huge advantage. In an environment you can't get hit, there was no contact, your experience, your natural ability, I thought would shine. If what I'm hearing is true, Todd Monken should go ahead and name Shador Sanders the starter.
Yep.
Because if it's close, you should go with Shador. I thought Deshaun would be way ahead by this point. The fact that he isn't, I think you should name Shador the starter.
I agree.
That way he can start to use his intangibles to become the true leader of that offense and that team, and then tell him, listen, you're not going to get benched if you play bad, but we want you to go out. We want to see a full season, full body of work, so we can make an informed decision at the end of the year on what we're going to do moving forward.
You're right that Deshaun Watson does not look good in shorts. Two guys that have looked good in shorts are the two wide receivers the Browns drafted, Casey Concepcion and especially Denzel Boston. He has really stood out in training camp. How much can we take from how these guys look in shorts at wide receiver?
Well, it's better that they look good in shorts than bad in shorts.
That's
you
true.
Don't want the narrative to be KC is dropping everything thrown his way.
Yeah,
like you don't want the narrative to be that Boston is stiff.
Yep.
He's big but not athletic. And can I give some credit? Because I had Isaiah Mr. Bond in my top 5 wideouts.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Can I get some credit for that call?
I like it, man. I give you credit. I'm giving you credit. I'm feeling good about this wide receiving. You know what? I almost want to move on from Jerry Jeudy. I wish somebody would take him because I like the idea of Bond, Concepcion, and Boston kind of all coming up together. I love that idea.
You need depth. So Jeudy doesn't hurt you because it doesn't sound like he's a internal cancer.
No, I don't think so.
Overall, he's a good teammate. So
yeah, I think you're right.
Having him doesn't hurt you. It doesn't take away. It's not like this an older guy that's complaining about
That's true.
reps or targets. So, you would have loved him to kind of go from the potential he had coming out of Alabama that he never really realized in Denver and became that guy in Cleveland. But, I just think it might be at this point, outside of when Jameis Winston is his quarterback, Judy's just like a good second or third receiver.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's the only time you've been great.
Yeah, he was fantastic with Jameis that stretch of time.
They were playing Denver, so that might have had something to do with his intentionality.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some truth to there. Has there been a team this offseason, off the top of your head, that has stood out, like in terms of improvements? I know, Dallas made a lot of additions on defense. Their offense had been great, defense bad. Cincinnati actually spent money and traded for Dexter Lawrence to improve their terrible offense. How much better those two defense, how much better those defenses will be, I don't know. For obviously Fernando Mendoza and the Raiders. What's your thoughts on who's kind of on the rise and you're interested in right now?
I have no expectations for them, and they may still be like a top 5 draftee next year.
Yeah.
And they were so low, all they could do is go up. But if you take emotion out of it, what the Jets have done since the end of the year till now is noticeable.
Okay.
Let's put it like that.
All right.
They upgraded at quarterback. No matter what you think about Geno Smith, he's light years better than what the Jets trotted out there last year. They had a good draft. They got Breece Hall extended. They got a lot back for Sauce Gardner and who's the D lineman they traded to Dallas, the interior guy.
I know who you're talking about, Kennedy. His name's not coming to me.
So will it manifest itself in wins? Who knows?
Right.
But
and
again,
like the Browns, Shaun, they got 2 first-round picks next year also.
Right.
Because Geno's a stopgap, obviously.
Anytime you trade Miles Garrett, I really can't until we see like down the line what you got back.
Right, that's fair.
And
Yeah.
we're not talking about over the hill Miles Garrett. We're talking reigning defensive MVP, just set the all-time single season sack record, Miles Garrett.
Yeah, right, exactly. What do you think about?
You can't be on any most improved list.
No.
Until those picks turn into Pro Bowlers or something, or Jared Verse leads the league in sacks.
That's fair. Do you are you buying this that like Aaron Donald might come back because he wants to play with Miles Garrett, or are you not buying that?
I think Aaron Donald likes being in the spotlight.
Ah, okay.
I think being in LA, you got to keep your Q rating at a certain level so you can get reservations at the nice restaurants, get invited to the World Cup match in the suite. Yeah. So, no, I don't think he's coming back.
Are you into the World Cup right now?
Absolutely. This is by far the USA's best team. By the way, breaking news.
Yeah.
Christian Pulisic is out today.
Oh, boy.
Versus Australia.
That's not good.
Remember, he didn't play the second half of the opener.
Right.
And they never really said what it was, but must be something hamstring or must be lower body extremity.
You think we got a shot to get, we've gotten past the group stage before, but can they win a game past the group stage?
This is by far the most skilled team we've ever had on the pitch. Like, we look like a top 10 World Cup.
Damn. I didn't know you were a soccer guy.
Oh, a huge soccer guy. My kids got Mbappe jerseys, Messi jerseys.
Yeah. That's cool. What'd you think of the Knicks winning the NBA title?
Cowboys are next, bull. I'm telling you, what was it, 53, 73, 1973?
73 was the last time, yeah.
Only thing left now is for Cowboy fans to get some relief. Knicks fans got relief. Cowboy fans got to be
what about the Browns? The Browns has been longer.
See, the Browns are a local.
You're saying the Cowboys are a national team.
They're a local brand. Like the Cleveland Brown fan base is diehard.
Yeah.
Fully committed. But it's a regional fan base.
For the most part, yeah.
In and around Ohio. Like the Cowboys, the Knicks, those are national brands. Like no matter where you go into the far reaches of this country, you're probably going to find a Cowboy fan or a Knicks fan.
You will find, I will say, because the Browns were so good in the 50s and then the 60s with Jim Brown, you will find a lot of older Browns fans around the country, like, 80-year-olds. But in terms of, 50 and younger, you're right. You're not gonna find many Browns fans hanging around.
And it's not a knock; it's just reality.
That's true. You're right. You're right.
Also, a regional brand too. You're not gonna find Buck fans out in Vegas, regularly.
Right. I was actually in New Jersey, because I'm from New York originally, and we were visiting family, and we were out the night the Knicks won the championship. We were out for dinner. It was my mother-in-law's 80th birthday. We made the reservation that night, not knowing at the time that it was going to be the Knicks trying to win the title. And this restaurant we went to also had a bar. It was crazy. I mean, everywhere you were. Because I'll tell you, for those who don't know New York well, like fans in New York, they're split between the Mets and Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
They're split between the Jets and Giants.
Not Knicks and Nets.
But there's no split. Listen, I lived in Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn. I lived there for the most part, till I was 25 years old. I met 2 Nets fans my entire life. That's it, 2. Everybody rooted for the Knicks. So it's the one thing that unifies all New York sports fans is the Knicks. And it was crazy.
And what's crazy, Bull, is the Knicks are a regional brand. But New York and New Jersey have so many people that were born there, live there, or used to live there, that they're everywhere now.
That's right. Especially
but every Knicks fan is either from New York or had lived in New York at some point for the most part.
You're right. But you're right. Right. There's not a lot of people that grew up in the Midwest or the West that root for the Knicks. But there's so many people in New York we know is a huge state. New Jersey is actually the most densely populated state in America. And so when those people move down to Florida or Arizona or California, wherever.
They bring the Knicks with them.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's true.
100%.
It was impressive what they did. I'm not really a Knicks fan myself, but it was impressive what they did.
I was happy. I'll tell a quick story.
Yeah.
A friend of mine that's, I love to smoke cigars. So if you're ever in Vegas, you come meet me at one of my private lounges, in Fuego, if you're in the Henderson area, and Tappan Ash if you're around the Strip.
All right.
My good friend Jose.
Okay.
born and raised in New York, but lives here now.
Yeah.
He watched Game 5 with me. And this is like, we joke because I'm not a Knicks fan. Like,
What was your team growing up?
I'm Orlando Magic,
Okay,
Tampa
all right.
Bay Rays, Tampa Bay Lightning,
Okay.
Tampa Bay Bucks. Like, I'm from St. Pete.
Gotcha.
I'm a homer, all home teams. We're watching the game, and I thought he was about to stroke out. Like, I think the Knicks had like 13 points into the first quarter. Like, it was bad. Like, I thought he was about to, off himself.
Yeah.
But when the game was over and they had won, I saw something that really fascinated me. He got on the phone with his relatives in New York, and they started crying because they were so happy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing I can say. Sometimes a loyalty of a fan base, runs so deep, you kind of overlook it.
Yeah.
And it was a neat little experience. Just like I'm sure if Cleveland won, Jay Crawford probably would feel good, leaving the earth.
But for him though, Shaun, it's the Guardians. He loves baseball more than anything. He loves the Browns and he loves the Cavs, but baseball's his number one. But even when the Cavs won, obviously there's more diehard Browns fans than the other two teams here. But the parade, and I'd been to some parades in New York as a kid, but the parade when the Cavs won, it was unlike anything I'd ever seen in my life. It was crazy, just crazy. People were so nuts that day.
How much of that was guilt?
What do you mean?
Because there are a lot of people that were at that parade that had also burned LeBron jersey when he left for Miami. That was overplayed. I mean, I know that got on TV. Yes, there's a segment of the fan base here that crapped on LeBron when he left, which I thought was I get it. A guy leaves the team, he's the best player. It hurts you, but people obviously went too far. But I don't know. Maybe there was some of that. But I think the majority of fans here, were not that level of burning jerseys and hating him to that degree. I don't know. And I'm just asking because sometimes that's people's way of saying I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think there's probably some of that within the fan base. But they couldn't even get the cars that the players were on down the street sometimes, because we didn't have enough cops in Cleveland to just get and everybody was so well behaved. Like I think there were no arrests that day. Like everybody was loving each other. It was an amazing thing, but it was so hard to get the parade going because there was so many people, and there was not enough cops to keep them off the street to keep the cars moving. It was crazy.
You saying the local police force don't get a lot of practice when it comes to championship parades?
That is sad, but definitely true. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Hopefully, we'll get a little more experience because I can't even imagine what a Browns parade would be. I know the weather. When the Cavs parade, it was gorgeous weather. It was late June. It was actually today. No. Today's the anniversary of the winning the championship. It was 10 years ago today. But, it was whatever. I can't remember what day of the week, how many days after it was. But, it was perfect weather. If the Browns win, obviously it's going to be in February, so it's going to be terrible weather here. But it'll still be bonkers beyond.
Right, you'll make it work.
Yeah.
I'll be remiss if I don't say this.
Yeah.
Andrew Berry is looking really good in isolation.
Mm-hmm.
Because the previous, what's this, Barry's fourth year as a GM?
No, it's his sixth.
Sixth.
Yeah.
The previous tenure, we never really had a clear view of the power vacuum because DeCosta had power, Stefanski had power, Barry had power.
Yeah.
It would start Haslam ultimately is going to make all the final big decisions.
Yeah.
But DeCosta's gone, Stefanski's gone. Look like Andrew is now head honcho. The moves, even if they don't work, they seem educated, smart, and part of a bigger plan.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but I will say it's still Deshaun Watson trade goes on his record and the Miles Garrett trade goes on his record. If he is not able, if either Shador doesn't become the franchise quarterback or he doesn't get one in the next year or two, it will ultimately be a failure.
Let me ask you a question. Why does Miles go on him? If Miles was leaving when Jim Schwartz was not made head coach.
Right.
They just had to wait to June because of the contract.
Yeah. But Miles already wanted out a year earlier. I agree with you that the Jim Schwartz thing was the final straw.
He stays if Schwartz is the head coach.
I think you're probably right. Yes.
So how does that go to Barry as a knock?
Well, you're saying he had no choice, so you did what you
choice. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll buy that, but he's got to turn. He's got to turn those picks. I mean, listen. Jared Verse is going to be a good player. We know that. He's got to turn those picks into good players
based on his track record so far. And you know me, I'm giving him credit, and I disagree completely. Not with what he did, but with who he did it with. You know, I had Funo down the line, and I had
you did
from Georgia as my top left tackle.
Yeah.
As we follow those two, you know, I thought KC Concepcion, though explosive, am I taking a wide receiver in the first round? Is he projected to really be a number one? I don't know. I thought there were some different avenues he could have went. But when you put it all together, because Denzel Boston and the kid from Toledo fell to him in the second round, the sum of all the parts looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's no doubt that Andrew Berry did a good job in last year's draft, except for the terrible decision to draft Dylan Gabriel in the third round. Outside of that, he did a good job. And this year, at least on paper, I mean, until we see the guys play for sure, we don't know. But on paper, he did a good job. I remember when we talked to you after the draft, you said you were underwhelmed by their first-round picks, and then you loved the rest of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's clear he's done a better job, but ultimately they've got to have a quarterback that you know is the guy in the next couple of years. He's got to get that done.
Absolutely. And that's why I think you got to find out.
Yes.
What you have with Shedeur. Because nobody else on the roster has any upside.
I couldn't agree more.
If Shaun can't look good in shorts, then, I mean, he's washed. I don't, you know, to the point where this is Deshaun's last year under contract, right, with Cleveland?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know that he would even get another job next year. Because nobody's going to view him as a backup.
Right. No.
And if he's not viewed as a starter, you know, I don't know where he goes.
I think you're right.
Taylor Green's not a quarterback.
Right. Yeah, I know you don't like him.
You throw the ball more consistently than Green does. So I just want to be clear with that. He's a great kid, a tremendous athlete. He has no shot to play quarterback.
Do you think he could play another position?
I don't know. We see who was a tight end that played quarterback at Virginia Tech. Got drafted by Arizona, ended up playing for the Redskins. Commanders, but he battled a lot of injuries. I can't think his name.
It's not coming to me.
Oh, yeah. Man, what's his name? Anyway, Taylor going to have to figure out another position because he's not a quarterback, and the NFL is too sophisticated to just bring a guy in for short yardage goal line, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dylan is a career backup. Like, it's not like they got anybody else in the building.
No. Shedeur's the only hope for a starter. That's it.
And you got to find out. And hat tip to Shedeur, man. He's doing everything right. All the things he was criticized for, he's cut them out. And it looks like he's just focused on becoming better and playing football, which is good.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to have the best chance possible to succeed, which is what you want. Shaun, great stuff as always, man. Thanks for taking the time. I'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Go Knicks.
The great Shaun King with us. That's going to do it for this edition of The Bullpen. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks to Drew and Ernie for producing today. We'll see you later in The Bullpen with Adam the Bull. Thanks, Shaun.